What's going on, guys? It's your boy Spudzie here, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of the easiest support builds to play, one that I like to call Heal Herald. This build is meant to be played as a support in endgame content, whether that be strikes, raids, or even open world meta events. If you're someone who's new to the support role in Guild Wars 2 or looking for a super chill build that will carry any squad, then this is the build to do just that. But despite its simplicity, this build's actually very strong and can easily fit into some of the most meta comps. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into it. This build is able to provide 100% boon uptime on some of the best boons in the game. Boons like Protection, Regeneration, Fury, Quickness, Swiftness, and Might are all present. A legendary Dragon Stance will be the primary focus here. You have the ability to pulse out boons passively on an interval as long as your facets are active and even after they are activated thanks to the trait Draconic Echo. This trait makes it so that even after you've activated a particular facet, therefore taking away the ability to passively pulse that specific boon, it still persists for a duration even after the fact and also applies quickness. This is important because we are limited by our energy on how many facets we can upkeep at a time, meaning we will have to press these facets as they come off cooldown in order to retain 100% boon uptime. While this might sound hard and seem like a lot, I promise you it's really not. Just press the buttons as they light up. With the premise covered, let's talk about what buttons we're actually pressing and what to look out for. You're going to want to have your F2 up at all times in order to extend you and your group's boons. On top of this, you'll also want to have your healing facet toggled on in order to pulse that very lucrative regeneration. This regeneration boon is super strong when it comes to healing, thanks to it being applied in a 600-yard radius around you and with traits that actually make our regeneration heal for more. As for your other facets, these are the ones that you'll be pressing pretty much on cooldown. With the Dragon Stance covered, let's talk about our other legend options. Now, you don't have to actually ever swap out a Dragon Stance in order to be effective. Most of the time, camping in it is the most effective and helps contribute to that super chill gameplay. But if you would like a bit more to manage, then you could pick up the Centaur Stance or the Dwarf Stance. Both have their benefits, with the Dwarf providing stability for your team, a necessary boon for some encounters, and Centaur providing even more AoE healing, cleanses, and projectile block. It's really up to you what you decide to choose, but just note that camping Dragon Stance is more than viable. So we cover regeneration as being one of our main sources of healing, but there's actually one more primary source that is equally as chill. The staff auto attack chain on Revenant is very fast and made even faster with the quickness boon. This is relevant because every third auto attack with your staff will heal allies around you for a respectable amount. So factor in the regeneration boon that you are passively pulsing out, as well as an auto attack chain that heals people, and you have a super chill and actually quite fun build for support. Now that we've broke it down, let's go ahead and take a look at the equipment that makes this build work. For gear, we run full Harriers with superior rune of the Monk. The Harrier's gear offers some of the best boon duration in the game, coupled with healing power. The Monk rune is the go-to for all, if not most healing-based builds in Guild Wars 2. When all thrown together, you'll be looking at nearly maxed boon duration and loads of healing power. For weapons, we also run Harrier stats with superior sigil of transference and superior sigil of concentration for both sets. The staff is our primary weapon, offering us easy access to healing, condition cleanse, and even massive break bar damage with staff 5. Our secondary set won't be used as much if you're just trying to be chill, but if you'd like to, you can opt for the mace and shield combo in order to lay down combo fields that you can easily burst for extra might on you and your group. The traits are the last thing that we'll cover, and outside of a couple key traits in the Herald and Salvation trait line, there honestly isn't anything too crazy to worry about. Eldritch Respite will cause our regeneration boon that we're outputting to heal for 20% more. This trait is super important as it's what makes our regeneration heal for as much as it does. The aforementioned Draconic Echo is also a key component of this build because without it, you will not be able to provide 100% quickness uptime. In the Salvation trait line, our Grandmaster trait, Generous Abundance, makes it so that every time we cast one of our facets, we will heal other players for a pretty good amount. This trait just makes sense, seeing as how we are quite literally just pressing every facet off cooldown. A few things that I would like to add Don't be afraid to use your healing skill. Harold's heal skill is probably one of the strongest in the game. You essentially have the ability to skip mechanics entirely with it, or use it as a get out of jail free card. Now I know this is where our regeneration source stems from, but the good news is that your healing skill will be back up well before your regeneration even runs out. Just make sure to have your F2 active at all times. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I have loads of more content on the way, and with the soon to be new releases, A Living World, you're not going to want to miss it. Let me know what you think of the build and this style of video overall. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.